The WWE is failing because of Triple H, right? You look at the disastrous WrestleMania 41. You look at the mid-backlash show that we recently got. You look at the week-to-week shows that we get now. They're trash. They're mid. They're boring. Recycled storylines. We get the same matches week to week. No storyline progresses each week, right? He doesn't give half the roster opportunities. He only loves his Nepo babies and his favorites from NXT, Black and White, or wherever the fuck he was from. Like, this is a problem, man. And the fact that there's still fans out there that are saying, Triple H saved wrestling. There's people out there that still say that shit. And, I would just have a simple question. Can you tell me what he's done to save wrestling? I can't even name 3 positive things he's done. So, if you can give me a whole list on why Triple H saved wrestling, then that joke's on you, man. I don't know what to tell you, bro. And I would say the main reason why I dislike Triple H and his booking is because of how he treats the young talent, right? You look at Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. I talked about this in my other videos. Whenever I see them, it's bathroom break. Why the fuck should I care? Because they say the same thing every single time. They have a backstage promo. They have an interview. They say the same shit every single week. They say the same shit, right? So the fact that I'm taking a bathroom break and I don't care, there's probably millions of fans that don't give a fuck, that don't care about Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. But these are your future. These guys are your future. You're not setting them up to become a superstar. Same with Carmelo Hayes. He's teamed up with The Miz right now. He's The Miz lackey. And this shit's boring. It's cringy. It's just stupid. He just jobbed out to Aleister Black. You know what I mean? And yes, Aleister Black is new. But you don't have to. Here, another problem I have. They keep signing these older guys like Jeff Cobb, who's fucking 42 years old. You're telling me Jeff Cobb is taking a spot of a Austin Theory? Of a Montez Ford, of an Angelo, like, you're taking all these spots from other guys already on the roster that have just as good as, they're just as good or better. You know what I mean? Like, no one's going to say Montez Ford is worse than Jeff Cobb. And the champions that fucking Triple H picks, we got fucking Jey Uso as our world champion. We got Dominic Mysterio as our IC champion. It's like, you only get an opportunity if you're a Nepo baby. And I know nepotism has always been a part of WWE, of wrestling, right? But in the past, if you were not talented, it doesn't matter what family you came from, you're not going to get the opportunity. It is that simple, right? Jey Uso, if you put him in the Attitude Era, if you put him in the Ruthless Aggression Era, any other era, he is not a main champion. He is not a heavy world champion. Maybe not even a mid-card champion. He would still be a tag team guy. And he's one of the best tag teams of all time. The Usos. That's one of the best tag teams of all time. I don't understand why you had to separate that, right? Like, he still could have been a mid-card guy. But to just, immediately push him from tag team guy to world title guy, it just, I think he had a mid-card title for, a week. And they're like, all right, main card time for you now. It's bullshit, man. Now, when Triple H first introduced the new alliance, the new faction of Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and Paul Heyman, I was excited at first. I wanted to see what would happen, what would progress through this storyline. But of course, the first week, we get introduced to Sami Zayn and them wanting Sami Zayn to join, to accept their offer, and whatever, right? 3 hours of the show. 20 minutes was the only important thing out of that show, right? So I watched 3 hours of a show. I watched 2 hours and 40 minutes of filler. That's basically what happened. And every show since that show, since WrestleMania, every Monday Night Raw, almost every SmackDown have just been filler. The only thing that really mattered was the TLC match that the Street Profits had. That's the only thing that really mattered. And Backlash, right? Of course. But the shows feel like filler. They feel like they're just trying to get by. And this is another problem. If you don't have enough talent, if you don't have enough booking or writing to have 3-hour shows, then don't do it. I don't understand why we have 3-hour shows and 2 hours of the show feel like filler. You know, like that. I just don't understand it. I don't understand why you want 3 hours. And you can't seem to figure it out. You can't seem to give us a good show. I would say go back to 2 hours and make sure everything you give us is good. Like, it's that simple. It really isn't hard. You don't have to make it rocket science. It's putting on a show, making sure every segment, every part feels important. You look at the women's division. Nothing feels important in the women's division. Io Sky is a world champion, and it doesn't feel like she's the champion. The story that they had going up to WrestleMania didn't build for Io Sky being champion. Right? And that's the whole thing. That's the whole point, where storylines create the character. The character comes from the story. And Io Sky having no story, it was just her getting punked around by Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair. That was the story. And now, yes, she's over with the fans, but to a casual watcher or someone who watches the show on TV, I don't know how you can get behind Io Sky as a champion. Triple H needs to learn how to make his decisions make sense. There has to be meaning behind why Io Sky won the champion, right? There had to be a plan in order, right? There had to be someone that she has to go against, right? Like, as of now, I don't know who she's going against, right? Didn't she have a tag team match as Rhea as her partner recently? So I really don't know what's the future of that title, and that's a problem, right? It seems like he didn't have a plan for the women's division. He didn't have a plan for that title, right? Like, in my opinion, I would have had Bianca Belair turn heel. I talked about this on WrestleMania. Bianca Belair turning heel to win that title. That would have gotten a huge pop. She was already getting booed. Now, I don't even remember seeing. I don't think Bianca has been on the show since, but I mean, that was the best thing to do. But he didn't do that. Io Sky is your champion, and it just doesn't feel as important as it once did. So, and I'm not saying give the title back to Rhea Ripley, because I think I've seen enough of Rhea Ripley, and I think you guys did too, right? Like, there just isn't other women in this division that's capable of getting a main card title. Like, think about it. What woman is booked in the right position to become a world champion? I can only think of three: Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, and Becky Lynch? I mean, there's not much. And I'm not even... my memories now, I can't really remember what show Becky Lynch came back to, if it's Monday Night Raw or if it's SmackDown. But I really don't know what's next for Io Sky. Like, who's going to be her next feud? Becky Lynch is what I'm thinking of. Maybe I don't think... Like, it shouldn't be a Roxanne Perez or a Gilia. Like, they just came from NXT. That would just be unfair. On why the fuck should they fight for a world title already? So yeah, I really don't know what they're gonna do. Hopefully, we see tonight. Monday Night Raw is tonight, so I will be making a review later tonight or tomorrow morning. We'll see how that goes. But if you enjoyed this video, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.